Welcome to the Achievement Hall of Fame, where we take a look at different achievements across Xbox to go into our Hall of Achievements. Last time we took a look at evil achievements and the winner was Dastardly from Red Dead Redemption. You guys got behind it. Here are some of your comments that you were saying. And you know what? I totally agree with you because it was my suggestion and into the Hall of Fame it goes, so I'm pretty happy. But this week, we're kind of having a change of heart and we're gonna take a look at funniest achievements on Xbox. So let's take a look what Lydia has to say.
This is a stealth mission. Got that?
So my first pick for an achievement that makes me laugh is Problem Solved, Series Over from Metal Gear Solid 3. Now this is very much a funny achievement for fans of the series. Now let's start by saying Metal Gear Solid is absolutely crazy and it makes no sense. So the third game takes place before the first and the second game, and the fifth takes place before the second and the third game, and it really doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But let's look at Metal Gear Solid 3. So at the beginning, you have a little bit of a showdown with Revolver Ocelot, and he gets knocked unconscious and you're free to do what you want. Now, if you're feeling a little bit sadistic, you can stab him in the face or shoot him or whatever, and he dies. Now you get the game over screen, and it basically says, you know, Revolver Ocelot is dead. It's a time paradox, and the achievement pops up saying, problem solved, series over. Now, as a Metal Gear Solid fan, we all know that Revolver Ocelot is a little bit of a pain in the butt and makes a lot of problems throughout the series. So if you were to kill him off right there, there wouldn't even be a series. Metal Gear Solid would not exist. It's a quirky little nod to the fans and will definitely have you smiling if you know it inside out.
So my first achievement that I believe has to go into the Hall of Fame for funniest achievements is Conked Out from Conkers Bad Fur Day in Rare Replay, where you have to meet Greg for the first time, which is actually the Grim Reaper, because you get it for when you first die in the game, and then you kind of go to this cutscene where you meet Greg for the first time, and he is without doubt one of the funniest characters you're ever going to meet. You thinking about the Grim Reaper, it'd be intimidating, he'd be huge, he'd be scary, it'd be dark, like all those things that you'd expect from the Grim Reaper. However, Greg isn't like that. Greg is the most pathetic Grim Reaper you can think of. It starts off with him having this megaphone with this deep booming voice, kind of like making you try to be scared that you've died for the first time, and then suddenly that all goes out of the window and out of the darkness comes the most pathetic Grim Reaper you can ever see in your life. He's got a high-pitched voice, he's really tiny, he's just not scary, and well, I think the gameplay will speak for itself. Meet Greg.
Right. Hello. My name's Greg, the Grim Reaper. Don't laugh.
Aren't you a little shot to be a Grim Reaper?
Well, how many Grim Reapers have you met before, mate? What am I supposed to look like?
So my achievement is from Arcane's take on Prey, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. And the achievement in question sees Morgan Yu becoming the king or queen of excuses of getting out of work. So the beginning of Prey is quite simple. You wake up in your fancy apartment, you drink some champagne, which is questionable when you're about to start doing science. You then take a helicopter ride into work after being haunted by all these letters on the horizon, which is a little bit terrifying. If I got into work and saw the massive letters spelling out Prey, I'd be a little worried. You conduct some tests for some really grumpy scientists in lab coats who seem to get quite disgruntled about the fact that you can't hide behind a chair as a grown man.
Is he? He's hiding behind the chair.
I mean, have you tried doing that before, Bellamy? Have you tried? It's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do, mate. You then start answering some pretty hefty moral questions, which I feel a little questionable about showing you the capture for, because I don't want any of you to judge me. And then you watch a guy get choked out by an ink spider thing. It's all a bit nasty. You then get gassed and lose your memories and just wake up the next day in a really horrible Groundhog Day, which features no Bill Murray. So this naturally can get pretty grating, so don't be surprised if Morgan wants to take a day off. Now, whenever I want to do that, I'll normally just call up and just be like, hey, I can't come into work today, I'm a little ill. And then I'll just, you know, stay at home, play video games and do other questionable things for which I sadly don't get paid to do. However, Morgan decides to take it a little step further. So when you go up to the helicopter to take your ride into work, you just jump into the rotor blades and you get the achievement No Show. I think that's a little extra in order to get an excuse to try and get off work, but I personally like to thank Morgan Yu for, first of all, making me laugh heftily, and second of all, giving me a new achievement to help me get away from work. Like, it's a brand new excuse. I've never thought about jumping into a helicopter before.
Simmons, what's going on? We have a problem.
And now it is time for what I believe to be the funniest achievement in any game, period. And it's called That Was Easy from Borderlands 2, where you have to shoot face in the face. And that is all you have to do. It's pretty easy. You don't shoot him in the legs, you don't shoot him in the chest, you don't shoot him in the arms. You just shoot him in the face and you get some nice tasty gamer score. And he's got one of the funniest dialogues that you'll ever come across in any game. He's crazy, he's quite psychotic, to be honest. He's like just going there, just going, shoot me in the face, shoot me in the face.
In the face, not so complex. Need it, want it, need it, have to have it. Face shot!
And, well, you know, I thought I had to oblige someone asking so nicely, so...
Shoot me in the face! In the face! Do it! Shoot! Thank you!
Yeah, I shot him in the face. He thanks you, to be fair, but without doubt, one of the funniest achievements you'll come across.
Not the knee, not the arm, not the spine, face!
So my second achievement that makes me laugh is Fart Over Freckles from South Park Fractured But Whole. Now, this whole game makes you laugh in general. It's so ridiculous, but I want to point out a specific achievement that you can technically do at any time of the game, but is best left to wait till the end. So when you think of Morgan Freeman, you might think of his soothing narration telling you about a prison or how he's God or something relaxing like that. But in South Park, it's his most important role of his career. He is the owner of a taco shop. So if you go into the taco shop, he's standing behind the counter, being all mighty and soothing with his words. But if you go behind the counter and smack him 3 times around the face, you get into a fight with Morgan Freeman. Turns out Morgan Freeman is a beast. Like, he is so hard to kill. I tried to take him on and he took me down like first hit. So that's what I mean when I say you should go at the end of the game when you're all powerful and strong. So anyway, if you kill Morgan Freeman, you get the achievement Fart Over Freckles, which is just hilarious. Not that anyone should want to kill Morgan Freeman, because he is a national treasure.
You're digging your own grave, kid.
So there we have it, guys, some of the funniest achievements that the Xbox On team could come up with. Do make sure to vote which one you believe should go into the Hall of Achievements, and if we've missed any out, let us know as well. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, drop a thumbs up if that's what you're into, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!